Now that our wheat harvest is done, we have straw to bale, an entire grass field to mow, equipment that needs washing and moving, and more as our farm here in FS25 takes off in our first harvest season, here on the farm. You can find a link to this playlist in the description below, or check the channel page for other farming series you might like. Welcome back to the farm, guys, here in FS25. It's still July, but, well, it's a really fun month, I think, because we get to harvest wheat, and there's so much other stuff going on here at the farm this month. Now, right now, we are working on a cultivating contract on another field here in Oak Ridge Farms. Contract work, of course, pays really well, and it's summertime. Found the opportunity to pick this up. This is just rental equipment that we're using here for this contract. There's definitely stuff we're going to be doing today on our farm, for sure. I'm just kind of starting here, and we're starting the video off here, and I'm thinking about this. So a couple things we need to do. We finished the wheat harvest on our wheat field. That's all done. And so we're going to want to, I think some of that equipment needs to be put away probably. We've got probably about 40,000, I think, liters of wheat off that field total. Actually, it'll tell me right here. Wheat, about 36,000 liters of wheat. So some of that we'll save and sell this winter. Some of it we'll use. But anyway, but we got to bale. We got a lot of straw on that field. We're going to want to bale. We could start baling straw. Also, if you recall last episode, we had an issue with our harvester header. The trailer that it was on, the harvester didn't want to pick the header up off the trailer. Really weird. Also, I'll show you that if you weren't. I'll bring you up to speed on that. We're going to trade that header trailer out. Just kind of doing a little bit of work here on the field, and then I guess we'll head out and work on some of that. Let's. I can come back out here and finish this later. This contract pays pretty good, but I wanted to start off here and show you guys or talk about some of the stuff that we'll be doing this month here on the farm. We'll come back to this. I'm just going to end this row here. Let's yeah, we'll come back to this later and get this done. This is almost done. Getting there anyway, about 2/3 the way done, and it pays pretty good. All right, so out here at our wheat field, we've got this harvested. We're going to want to get our baler out here. Now, this tractor I left, this is our smaller tractor. I left it parked down here because, well, we are right by the store here. We've got a couple of trailers to the store that we want to sort out a little bit. So if you were here last time, then you saw that, yeah, we had issues picking the header up off the trailer with the harvester. I don't know why. I have no clue, because I used the harvester to put the header on the trailer. And so that, amongst another reason, which we'll discuss, is why I just had it, I had it transported to the shop. And the reason I transported it to the shop was because, well, I couldn't get the header off the trailer with the harvester. I couldn't. So we transported the header to the shop, which dropped the header to the ground and then allowed me to pick it up. However, in doing so, we had two very similar header trailers, and I accidentally transported the other one to the shop too. So one of these has to go home. Here's what we're going to do. One of these has to go home because, yeah, this one right here, this is for the sunflower header. I didn't mean to transport it here. That was an accident. I meant to get this one. The other reason I want to get rid of this is this, the front hitch, the drawbar of this trailer is too short to pull with the harvester. When the harvester pulls this, the back of the harvester rams up against the header. So this trailer is a piece of crap anyway. If you're pulling with a harvester, yeah. So we're going to sell this, and what we're going to do is, I guess it works out that we got this one here. We're going to get another one of these, and we'll use, that way both headers will use the same trailer. Even though they're different headers of different widths, different lengths, I think that'll work. I just want to see which one this is. This is if my tooltip would actually stay on the screen for more than 2 seconds. There we go. Jesus. N6035. All right, so we're going to get another one of those, and we're going to sell this one. Let's see. So we're going to, all right, header trailers N6035, and always double check right there. See on the garage icon, it says 1. That means we have one of these. So that's, yeah, we'll buy another one of these. And we may as well just, I like the spare wheel. Let's make this identical. I think this was the, I probably did case red. Yeah, I probably did case red. We'll give it a unique plate. There we go. So we'll have 2 of these. Yeah, the one reason we're doing that contract is things like this cost money, and we're down to $70,000. We definitely need, yeah, that's one reason we're doing the contract. We need to go into next month with more money than we currently have. So that's one reason we're doing the contract. Yeah, so, okay, so both of these long header trailers were taken back, and it should work for the header. I don't know why the harvester wouldn't pick the header up off this trailer. I don't know. But either way, the trailer, the drawbar on it is too short, and you can't tow it with the harvester. Notice these other 2 trailers, the hitch on it's way longer. Anyway, let's just, we're going to sell this to get some of our money back. I don't know how I got the header on the trailer with the harvester, obviously, but, oh, whatever. We're selling this. We'll go out here in a minute and get some baling done, but we want to get our equipment put away off our field, so sell for, okay, so we're still down a couple $1,000s, but this trailer is longer, better. We can try this out right now, actually, because the our wheat field is right next door and the harvester is out there still, so we can go ahead and try this out now. The reason I had the other trailer, what I did was, if you go to the store and then, let's see, I don't know what grain header it has. Let's say that it has, actually, I think it is this header. I hit this for combinations and then just went boop and just bought that because it says that this trailer goes with that header. But, well, let's try it. Yeah, we're trying a bigger, longer one, which should work for it just fine. This is going to be a good amount of straw we'll get off this. So, in baling this, now we still have our trailer. Our trailer is still stacked high with hay bales. We're going to have to move all the hay bales off our trailer. We'll stack those. I think we might need to reorganize our hay bale stack. We'll get that trailer out here, and, well, it's going to get loaded up with straw. All right, so this trailer should work fine. Let's see how this goes here. We're going to put the header on the trailer and then, of course, make sure that the machine can get it back off. Because that was a weird conundrum we had last time. I don't know what was up with that. Make sure, is it going to seat on the trailer? Well, it didn't visually snap into place, but it should be, and yeah, it says we can pick it back up. Let's hop out of that. Let's leave that running, and let's, yeah, it didn't visually snap into place, but it looks like it's on there pretty good. What I found is, well, harvester headers, they're heavy, and they're usually not want to slide around. Usually if it's sitting on there, it's probably good. So we're going to get this down to the farm. We're going to get this parked back in the building. We need to get our harvester. We need to get the baler out here. Well, it is a beautiful day here in Oak Ridge Farm. It's a beautiful day in July. So I drive down the road hoping no traffic is coming the other way. There's our sunflower field. Looking beautiful. It does look beautiful. We'll be harvesting that here in, well, here a few months we'll be harvesting that. But yeah, nothing like a sunflower field to bring out the beauty in a summer farm. And look at that. We made it all the way to our farm without having to encounter traffic coming the other way. Let's drive through our hedge here. Still got the header, yeah. It stayed on the trailer just fine. Alright, and we are going to park this. Whoa, we got this pile of lime here. I never did do anything with that. Some leftover lime from the last time we, yeah, so here's our sunflower header. Yeah, we accidentally transported its header trailer out to the store out from under it, so we'll want to bring that trailer down here and get that seated on there. Now, do I have enough room to pull this in here and turn it around inside the shed? Oh yeah, I was gonna see if I could tow this home with the harvester, but obviously the hitch on this trailer is long enough. There's no need to test that. We're gonna see if I can pull this in here. Yeah, the old trailer, the shorter one. Yeah, I believe there's room, but we need to... Well, this is just... There's so much room in here. It'd be nice if you could fit this back in here, like so. Yeah, that looks fine. That's fine right there, actually. We can unhitch that, and we got room to park the harvester right here beside it. All right, so we've got both header trailers down to the farm. I went to the shop and pulled the old one down there as well. So we're going to bring the harvester back now that the harvest is obviously done. We're going to take this back to the farm. We're going to get the sunflower header up on its trailer. Get this guy. You know what? Let's wash this. We're going to get this guy washed and put away. We'll be bringing it back out here in a couple of months, but until then, yeah, we'll get it washed up. And also we're going to rest for the day, I think, as it's getting just about dinner time now. But for now, we're going to get this back to the farm. All right, back here at the farm, let's get this, I brought the old trailer down there, parked it right there. So what we can do is we can just lift this header up on that, pull that tractor forward and park it back in the same place it was, like nothing ever happened, since I accidentally transported that trailer from here to the shop. And my harvester doesn't want to... I'm trying to make sure we have room to make this turn and get behind the header here to pick it up. I left myself very little room to do so. There we go. Perfect. We'll be using this soon enough on our sunflower field here. Well, I mean, a few months from now. We've used it once on a contract. Let's get this centered a little bit on the trailer. That seated on there nicely. We're gonna get this parked here. I'm gonna bring the header down to the other farm. The harvester down to the other farm so we can get it washed. And I'll see you guys in the morning. Well, good morning all. Here in the morning of July 2nd. Just getting our harvester washed off. We'll put it back away for a couple months until we need it again. That is, unless we need it on a contract or something. Boy, it's looking a little worn here, isn't it? Now, currently our weather says there is a drought ongoing. Well, I'll tell you, it rains enough here in Oak Ridge Farm. I think we've got enough water. I think we get enough rain. I think we'll be okay. In fact, that might actually even, dare I say, help our fields out a little bit. I'm going to check our sunflower field over here. But, well, we have had the issue of, for instance, that wheat field we just harvested was way, like, twice, it was like 100% over the ideal moisture. Because we are in the UK, it does rain a lot here. It definitely rained a lot this past year. Our wheat field was like double what the ideal moisture should be. Maybe just, I mean, dare I hope that perhaps this drought could work in favor for our sunflower yield. I don't know. I'm not a meteorologist, but let's have a look at it here. Oh, let's see. It's the same thing here. This is a little high, quite a bit high actually, of where it could be. And this drought could allow the sunflower field to, I mean, again, I'm not a meteorologist. The drought could allow this field to kind of soak up and use the water that it's got. Maybe end up in a healthier harvest. We'll see. I've never seen that particular weather status, so I don't know how serious that's going to be. Well, we can look at the forecast. That couldn't hurt. We look at the forecast. Extended forecast. Well, that's not very reliable here. Extended forecast down here, not very reliable. It shows rain September 2nd. It shows no rain for all of this month and next month, which would be indicative of a drought, sure, but this is notoriously not accurate. However, today, it's sunny all day today in July. No doubt about that. It's going to be sunny all day. According to the thing there, it is currently at 92 degrees with a high of 105. Yeah, hot and dry it is today. Alright, so we got that guy parked in there. I guess let's get to work on our hay and our straw. So, we've got hay. Let's go ahead and let's get over to the other farm. We've got hay that needs to be moved off the trailer, so we can get the trailer out there with the baler and get that straw baled. Also, we have our entire grass field, which we want to mow. We want to mow our grass field this month as well. There's a lot going on this month, so we may not get to the baling this month. We should, the way I figure, if we mow our grass field here this month, it's not going to be ready to harvest again for, I'm figuring 2 months, so it won't be ready to harvest again until September. So if we mow it now, we don't get to the baling, we can bale it next month. There's a lot to do this month, but we definitely want to mow this as long as it's ready for harvest. It would be a waste not to. Alright, so we've got this hay here. Been sitting on this trailer. Well, it's been sitting on the trailer because, yeah, it's just, it was easier to leave it there. But, now that said, okay, so here's what I'm thinking. You know what I'm thinking? Why don't we just take this hay and sell it? It's already, yeah, you know what? The hay's already on the trailer. We have plenty of hay. If we come over here, we see we've got plenty of hay. I need to reorganize these bales. Plenty of hay. And that whole field out there to be mowed and baled again. We got to empty off this trailer for room for straw. So why don't we just sell this? Let's take this down to the bale sale place. That will free up room in the trailer. We can load it with straw. And we're still going to have plenty of extra hay. We may even yet sell more. That field, our grass field, is about a little over 5 hectares. It's going to yield probably more than we need right now. Of course, right now we have 50 cattle, right? Yeah, we have 50 cattle. I plan to have more, but for right now, we are producing more hay than we need. So let's see what we can get for these bales here. We've got, what, 12 bales it looks like? Yeah, 12 bales, totaling, wow, that's a lot. 83,000 liters. Let's see what we can get for these guys here. Let's see, unstrap them. All right, about 1,000 per bale. That's it's money. It's money. It's just hay. I mean, when you think about it, that's pretty much just money for mowing our lawn, or very, very big lawn. But there you go. Plus, of course, the work it takes and the machinery it takes. But hey. Well, now that we've got our trailer completely empty, we're not going to be stopping at the farm here. We're going to be driving right past this. We're going to haul this straight out east to the wheat field. Get our baler out there and get to work. We're also going to want our loader. And you know, our loader is not parked at the farm. I believe, yeah, you know, it is. It's down at the sell point. I'm not sure if, but if we'd looked, we would have seen it down there by the sell point when we were delivering the bales. It's down there. So we're going to want to get that driven up to the field as well. So we'll park this up there with the baler up there. We'll get the loader up there so we can load the bales. All right, so we got the loader from the shop down south. And I almost was taking it out to the field, but then I remembered we need this down there and also the baler. So, and we already have a tractor down there. And, well, this is a tractor, so this will make 2. So what I'm saying is, let's take the baler down there with this, as long as we're going down there anyway. Save us a 3rd trip, and save us having a 3rd tractor down there that we don't need. Get that hitched up. That's a big, heavy boy. Let's get this guy out to the field, and let's see, can we unload the grass that we've got in there? Let's just see about this here. Let's get this unfolded here. We'll deal with this in a second, but I want to see if we can kick out the grass that's in there now. Of course, now before we mow this field, we're going to have to take care of that, but no reason to let that grass go to waste because we're going to be baling straw. All right, now, yeah, I was kind of already on my way down there, but now it's time to get down to the field with our baler. All right, down here at the field, we're going to disconnect this. Even though that tractor, I mean, again, you know, the loader, it is a tractor. It could theoretically run the baler. It's got a PTO shaft, right? Yeah, it does, but I'm actually not sure it puts out enough horsepower. It may, regardless, it's not going to do it as good as our 700 here. So we'll be using that guy to load the bales, but let's get this baler going. We got a lot of straw. We got a lot of straw that needs baling here. Yeah, I just had to look at this baler, and actually it says it requires more horsepower than this tractor puts out. I figured we would use our medium tractor for this. I think we'll be fine. But if there's any issues, then we can go get our 900 Vario. But I think this will be fine. We got a lot of straw to bale. Although this is our first harvest of this field, so we don't know yet how much straw this is going to make. We don't know how, yeah, we'll find out. But the tractor runs the baler just fine. So that's good. We're going to want to, let's see, of course we ended up selling the hay instead of stacking it, but we'll want to restock that hay we have at the farm anyway, and we'll have to find a place to stack this. We'll have to see. We might be able to stack this in the carport next to where the hay is, or there's another idea. We have a shed right near where our hay bales are stored. And I tried, if you recall, I tried to dump our lime in there. Or no, it was not lime, it was the road salt. I tried to dump our road salt in there for storage. But for some reason, it won't allow you to dump bulk materials in that shed. Well, that shed might just make a good place for bale storage then. That thought just occurred to me. We'll see about that. But one thing is for sure, we won't have to buy straw anymore. Of course, we were buying straw for bedding for our cattle, and for, you know, because I always add a little bit of straw to the TMR mix that we feed the cattle. But we won't have to buy any more now. We've got enough straw for the foreseeable future and beyond, of course. So all the way up the field and then back down the field, and it looks like we have just now completed 2 bales. That's not bad. So that's about, you can estimate it's about 1 bale per run up the field. Yeah, I was hoping this wouldn't give us too much straw. Straw is good, but too much straw is just too much. So then it might be foreseeable that we could fit all this in 1 trailer load. Boy, that would be handy if that would be the case. We could fit all of this field on 1 trailer. If we stack the bales just only the way they were previously and as high as they were, I figure we could fit, what, 16 on there. I think we had room for 4 more on the front of it. So yeah, I think we can fit all of this on the trailer. Well, that's a lot of baling. I figure let's get started on moving some of the bales. Get a little break here and a chance to do something slightly different. I've got probably close to half the field baled, and I think maybe about 6 bales. It seems to me I've emptied the baler 3 times maybe. So we're looking at, you know, maybe 15 bales total, maybe between 12 and 15 bales. So yeah, it'll fit on our trailer just fine, I think. We'll try to stack them as neat as we can though, so we can have as much room as possible on the trailer for the bales. And usually I like to have the trailer hooked up to something while we're stacking so that we can strap as we go. But the tractor is at the other end of the field with the baler, so we'll just stack these carefully. And because I've done this a few times, let's leave us some extra room on the front of the trailer because it can't hurt. Just in case. Gonna hang these bales off the back just a little bit, So many times I've stacked one of these trailers and it turns out that we ran out of room on the front. So we'll just hang them off the edge a few inches. So I think there's 4 more bales at the far end. And yeah, we've got darn near half the field baled, so definitely enough straw. I mean, as it is, I would say this is enough straw for a full year with our cattle. Hard to estimate because we've got more cattle than we had last year. Yeah, we got 6 bales down here. Or sorry, 4 bales down here. Okay, we'll get these 2 down there. And come back for those last 2. And it looks like, yeah, there's probably about 8 more. I mean, this is 6. There's probably about 8 more bales out in the field probably. All right, now we want to stack these carefully so we don't bump the other ones off. But we've had enough practice at this. This is a pretty good loader, this tractor. It's very capable. And line that up a little better. Doesn't have to be perfect. I just mostly don't want to knock the other ones off. Yeah, that should be good there. Yeah, definitely not perfect. Definitely not perfect. Well, let's get back out to the field though. Because what's more important is that we keep moving these bales. Alright, now these we want to stack really carefully. This is where it becomes easier to knock off bales you've already placed. We're going to place these from this side because these 2 bales here are a little bit farther back. So if we want to get the tightest spacing, we'll park these here from this side. I'll just squeeze these on right here. There we go. Good enough. We got more than enough room on this trailer. Yeah, you know what? It could be a little more snug on there though. This is where we use a old trick here. We can get this boom position just right. We can do that number there. Yeah, a little bit. Let's see here. If you guys have ever worked a loader, then you're familiar with little tricks like this. There we go. It's a little better. We're back on there. A little better. All right. Let's get back down here and let's get back down to baling. So I figure seeing as this is all going to fit on that trailer, that means we won't have to be unloading it anywhere. Although we'll have a look at that shed across from our... We get that weather port where we have a bunch of grass and hay vehicles parked. We'll check that shed and see if it looks good for bale storage, but looks like as far as it goes, this will all fit on the trailer so we can be lazy and leave the trailer loaded again and then put off unloading the straw off it later. But this will allow us to, I guess, park it back there with the straw on it, and we'll be able to get out there and mow that grass field. That's got to be done. Well, we should get it done this month. The grass is ready to harvest, so the way I see it, if it's ready to harvest, we should get it harvested so that we can mow it again as many times as we can this year. No reason to let a perfectly good grass field go to waste. So I'll be out here getting this done. We'll get that trailer loaded up. And, well, we got a contract to get finished. July is just kind of a long month, but it's a pretty fun month. I'm having a lot of fun out here. Of course, it's heating up. It's 97 degrees now. But from the inside of our air-conditioned cab, you wouldn't know any different. They make these Fendt tractors really good. Right, so I'm going to get this done. And, yeah, I will see you guys possibly even later on this month. We got mowing to do. It is just a busy month here on the farm in July. And it's just going to be a fun, productive year altogether because this is the year where we get to see, you know, all the work done in the initial months on the farm. All that work comes to fruition as now we're harvesting all our fields for the first time and everything's finally starting to pay off. We spent a long time doing contracts and making money to get our farm started. But now I'd say we're over the hump. The farm has started. ready to get this baled, and I'll see you guys later on here in a couple days, the new episode. And of course, I think we'll have some more videos before then, so be sure to check back on the channel and, well, why not subscribe and click the notification bell so you can see other videos uploaded here on the channel. I really appreciate it. And tell me what you think, of course, down in the comments below. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time.